So today I want to share with you my dream that I had last night. A lot of you know by now from my other live streams that I'm big into dream interpretation to kind of further invest what's going on the inside of yourself that we're denying and not willing to let come up on the conscious day-to-day basis. So last night, okay, you guys just need to get in the flow with me here and just accept, okay? Take my quirkiness and let it go. And I was like, and I would pop in and out of like being the observer of the situation and then experiencing through this man's eyes. I was like a really tall, dark hair, kind of balding at the top. And I was at my home and I was speaking to this woman, and there were a lot of people at my house. It was a really nice house, a lot of luxury stuff laying around, and everybody was celebrating something, and there were kids there and just a lot of adults and everybody kind of in their own little area talking to one another. But I was really focused on this one woman that I believe at the time was my spouse or something of significance of that nature to me. And there goes a little more in depth, but I won't get into all of that because it doesn't really matter. My hand. So whoa, this is just a dream. Hi, Jeanette. I'm so glad you're here. And so this is happening in my dream, and I'm like, whoa, where did that just come from? And then the woman turns around and sees it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I wasn't just holding this up to you. And she starts freaking out. She's like, why are you holding that up to me? Why are you holding a gun up to my shoulder? And I'm like, no, like, I wasn't doing that. I was just tapping you on the shoulder. I don't know where this came from. So this is my dream, right? And then she walks away, and we go over in this corner, and I'm trying to tell her, this isn't real. This isn't like what really happened. I was just trying to talk to you and focus on you and tap you on the shoulder. I don't know where this gun came from in my hand. And the woman wouldn't believe me, so I'm like doing all these things in my dream trying to show her that it's not real, that it's just an illusion. And then with my thoughts, I make everybody pause, right? So everybody around me pauses except for me and her. I'm like, you see, I just paused them with my thoughts. This isn't real. I didn't really have that. And so she's questioning me and not really believing me. Or it felt like it ended. But then I'm in a tunnel. And I was going through the tunnel. I was really scared, but all the people surrounding me were like excited and having fun. They were making me feel like I should be having fun too, but I was just miserable and upset, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. I was really full of fear. And then I woke up. That was like the totality of my dream, of what I experienced. And then as I began to interpret it, so much was revealed to me as I began writing the words on the paper, and I was like, our thoughts are our reality, and no matter how much you tell someone this, in a lot of ways, they're only going to accept it if they're willing to accept it. They're not going to believe you until they experience it themselves and from their own perspective. And in my mind, I'm like, well, what was the deal with me transferring into this tunnel? Like, why did it feel like my dream ended leaving me? And so I had died, and my spirit or whatever traveled to this tunnel, and I was creating my own hell in my out-of-body experience. And this was all controlled by my thoughts. And I know this kind of sounds a little esoteric, but this is very real. Dream interpretation is a very real thing, a way to really do some inner investigating. And had a little bit of a connection issue there. I apologize. But anyway, so it's good to focus on this, to do inner work and bring up some truths within you that you're not really willing to look at on a day-to-day basis. And so this man that I was experiencing being in my dream he's telling the truth. Like, he's saying it was controlled by his thoughts, and no matter what he said, no matter how much experience he was trying to provide, she wouldn't believe him. And so he gave up, and then transferred into a ton of fear, and which was also all controlled by his thoughts. He was creating his own hell because he was so scared. And so this all gave me inspiration to talk to you today about how we have control over our thoughts. And the reason why that is so important is because it creates our reality. And not to give up on sharing truths, because I also had an inkling like he was, looking like people were going to judge him and that she was judging him, and based on her not having the same experience that he had. And this is really important, guys. The feelings that we create for ourselves, and if we're making and living according to fear, if we're thinking according to fear, if we're feeling afraid, if we're taking action every day based on fear, we're creating a hell for ourselves. We're creating a life that we do not want. And all it takes is to flip our beliefs and to flip our feelings and thoughts every single day and be consistent with it. And a big way to do that is just beginning to invite gratitude from each moment to moment, which is huge. Because if you show up and make it consistent in your life, everything changes. Your habits change. Your thoughts change. And therefore, every single action and choice you make in your life changes. And that's where the transformation starts rolling and flowing, and everything seems really synchronistic, and you just see the connection in every single area of your life. Now, I know that this will not resonate with some people, but I feel like with a lot of people that this will really have a connection, that this will be very real for you, that if you start really paying attention to your dreams, if you start writing them down and just letting the meaning of it flow on a piece of paper and really not be afraid to meditate. Meditate creates big awareness with your thoughts, and the more that you are aware of your thoughts, the more control you have over them, because we have complete control. We just let them go haywire and do whatever we want, and we let other energies and other people's thoughts consume our minds, and that's what we're living our life based on a day-to-day basis, until you say and decide, no, stop, I have control, I know what I want, I'm willing to invest the time into controlling my thoughts and the way that I react, and the feeling of gratitude from every moment to moment in my life. This is everything. I am telling you, this shift is everything. And I'm not going to hide that I'm a very spiritual person. Every single aspect of my inner place of guidance, but it's something that you have to experience yourself. And a wonderful place to start is through consistent meditation and consistent gratitude in every single moment of your life. Be sitting in whatever moment, whether it's a miserable moment, and just stop and examine something going on around you that you can just be like, thank you. My dream is what inspired me, and I was so gung-ho on it that I just wanted to share a big part of that experience with you, and that you are able to have those experiences yourself and verify them yourself. Don't just believe me. Go test it. Go try it out. Because I guarantee you will find something there to verify all of this for yourself. And that is what I'm here to encourage you to do 100% on your own. Gain your own self-experience, because that is where the confirmation lies. And this will rapidly transform your life. Start getting in some quiet time and write down some significant things in a journal every single day. And gratitude. I cannot amplify that enough. I cannot send you that energy enough. Be grateful in the now. Your feelings and thoughts are completely controlled by you once you grab hold of them, and that changes everything. Okay, guys? I love you, and I hope you have an amazing day. If you'd like to get further connected with me and get guidance, support in any of these areas and work with me as a life coach, I would absolutely love to work with you. Just PM me or get connected to me on any of the links that I provided in my other live streams. I love you so much, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye.